A number of people have remarked to me just the past couple days that the more they reflect on Justin Trudeau's proposed fertilizer regulations, the crazier it seems to them. It just strikes them as Justin Trudeau's wildest idea yet. And you know, it's funny, you initially see a headline, federal regulations, fertilizers, and you're like, yeah, whatever, that's a niche issue, has nothing to do with me. But then people say the more they reflect on it, see what farmers are saying and agricultural experts, they realize, wow, this thing could actually have massive, wide-reaching consequences. So what it is a plan by the feds to reduce greenhouse gas emissions associated with fertilizers by 30%. People in industry say basically that means reducing the use of fertilizer by 30%. And what that actually in turn means, because we rely on a fairly efficient usage of fertilizer right now to feed people, to basically have our modern food system, this means a major reduction potentially in farms going out of business, going bankrupt, potential decrease in the food supply, which in turn means a further increase in the cost of food at a time when we're already dealing with major inflation for food. And this is something the government appears committed to doing. They first floated the idea in December 2020. And I think a lot of people behind the scenes in industry were optimistic that it wouldn't go to pass or they'd somehow water it down, tone it down, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The government wants to go full steam ahead with this. Now you've got farmers very frustrated. You may have seen headlines that said Canadian farmers protesting this past weekend in solidarity with Dutch farmers. There's a similar policy in the Netherlands right now, and this has Dutch farmers actually blockading highways, blockading supermarkets. There's a lot going on because they are saying this is going to see many of our farms shut down and it's going to increase the cost of food. Well, yes, they were protesting in support of Dutch farmers, but they were also talking about this policy. And I think farmers are getting increasingly frustrated as we get nearer to the time when they believe this policy will be implemented. So you're going to see a lot more frustrations, not just in solidarity with Dutch farmers, but what's soon going to be happening to Canadian farmers. A policy all in the name of fighting climate change. It seems like every second week there's a new policy that the Trudeau government brings out, all very hyper-focused on climate change issues. And this one is really getting people talking, and they are really concerned about its implications.